All right, gang, as promised, we're gonna head over and check on the birds. This is not plowed out yet. It's one of the last places, but you can see we've made a path around it. Or at least one of the dogs has, probably Tonka. We do and will plow it out so it's a little bit easier to get in. My goodness, I just had to shove my way through that gate. That was no fun whatsoever. And now I have to fight the snow to get it closed. But the birds are out, some of them. They don't sink through the snow the way I do. And the pond pump is running, which is always start one. We're down to a pretty small water hole at this point. It's enough, but it's small. And there's just not much we can do about it right now. So you can see where we made a path to get through. And it's there, but pond pump's not running. I guess that's not true. It is working. It's not broken. It's just, there's nothing it can do with this at all. So one of the last chores that'll have to happen is bring the equipment in here to bash out some more ice and stuff. The birds are fine. We have alternates if necessary. If we really lose access, and you can see they don't even want to, right? There are footprints here. Actually, you can kind of see it. I think you should be able to see it. So they do make their way down to that little tiny hole. They don't fall through the snow, so it's a whole lot easier for them. But they are much happier in the coop right now. They're not really interested in coming out and about and going far. Even the geese that you just saw walking by turned around and made their way right back to the coop. So they were just getting out of my way. And, you know, we're just going to work everything the best we can. Alternatives. What happens if we can't get the pond open? Which is possible, right? Look at that. It's quite possible. If we cannot get the pond open, we will bring water buckets out here. And you want to talk about a whole lot of yuck. That stinks, right? One, they tip over the water buckets and it makes ice. Two, we have to haul them, which, you know, it isn't far, but it's not easy walking through this snow right now, right? So hauling water buckets would be no fun, but it's certainly doable, and it is an option. We would not put water buckets in the coop because they will knock it over, especially the turkey. And then you just have an iceberg in the coop, and that defeats the purpose of having a warm place to be. So the coop is nice and toasty. They're in it. We do not use heat lamps or any other supplement. It's just literally the building and their body heat. And of course, for those that are wondering why the birds are okay in this kind of weather, I just want you to remember that the warmest coat you have is filled with down. Why? Because down is warm. And these guys are covered in down. That is what down is, right? So they are super warm. You know that we work with breeds that are cold hardy to begin with. So, you know, our turkeys are great. The chickens are fine. They're just preferring to stay inside, and I don't blame them. The geese and the turkey, here's a goose here, are fine. The guineas, she's hanging out. She kind of wants to come out with the turkey, but she also wants to stay in the coop. So she's, you know, splitting the difference. And I am sinking in mountains and mountains of snow. But everybody, and you can see here kind of down the slope of the pond, they've made their way. They're doing fine. It is a concern, but it's not one that won't be addressed, right? We're managing it, looking at it, watching it. I'm huffing and puffing because I'm having trouble getting through all this snow. And the geese, even the geese are like, you know what? I think we'll go back inside. The ducks are inside. Everybody's inside. They know where they need to be, and they take care of themselves. I can't get to the other side of the pond to show you anything exciting and there really isn't anything exciting to show. So as I fight with this gate, I should say, oy, oy, oy. It's giving me fits, but we're gonna get there. There we go. You can see I can't get to them from here, but the goats are out, the donkeys are out, the pigs will not come out in this, and I don't blame them. And we will eventually have paths cleared, not only for us to get to them, but for them to get out a little bit further away from the barn. This is just the first day after the storm, so we're less than, well, I say we're about 12 hours after the last snowflake. So not terribly bad considering. Poor farm hubby has been out here all day, since about 7 o'clock this morning, just working it, moving snow, doing everything he can to get us down to blacktop. And, you know, I have to say he did a good job. So wind is picking up. I'm starting to get cold, and I've got nothing else exciting to tell you other than the sun is shining and there's no snow falling, and maybe in a month we'll see grass again. At any rate, I hope you guys are doing well. If you're local, I hope you survived the storm okay, have power, have internet, and all the things. And if you're not local, I hope your weather is better than ours. It is cold. But somebody put a comment on one of my videos that, you know, the typical video or it didn't happen because they didn't believe we got as much snow as I said. So here you go. I got lots of snow. It's taller than my dumpster. The woods are covered. But interestingly, unlike the last snow, the trees aren't covered. So that's how hard the wind was blowing. After most of the snow fell, we changed over to more of an icy sleet, and it just blew everything off the trees. So we don't have any trees down. That's positive. Happy day. All right, guys, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, be kind, and I will see you at the next one. Bye for now.